All right, well, hello and welcome to part two of the LeadDragon membership walkthrough. My name is Adam. I'm going to be walking you through the membership area again, and we're going to be talking today primarily about some of the settings that we didn't get to in the previous video, as well as how you can set up funnels to sell this membership offer, or how you can use workflows as well to just automate everything from as soon as they purchased, automatically granting them access, revoking access, things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and then we're gonna jump in. We're gonna get started. And here we go. All right, so hopefully you can see here that we are in the membership area, and we are currently in the settings. And so again, we're in the funnels and forums section here, and memberships at the top, and then settings is how we currently arrived at this location. We talked in the previous video about email settings and about custom domains. I just quickly want to cover the site details and app settings as well. So let's start with site details. All right, so for the site info, this has to do with like SEO type stuff. So this is where you want to give it a title. You probably want to call it, whatever your business name is. And then you can call it, you can brand it however you want. In this case, I'm just going to call it the business demo memberships is all I'm going to call it here, but you can, put whatever terms there that you would want to pop. The subdomain, you don't need to worry about if you already did your own custom domain. This would only be used if you didn't do your own custom domain, then it would use this like a randomly generated subdomain. And then the support email, this is where you can put, I'll put in just a fake email here, but you put in whatever email you want to use for support. So if they need to reach out for whatever reason, something's not working, they can't figure out something, whatever it is, so I'll just say support@thedemoaccount.com. And then I'm just going to put a fake phone number here. Now you don't have to fill this out if you don't want to, but if you want to put support information there, you can. And then here comes the part about branding. And so I'll go ahead and select an image. I'll upload my fake logo for the branding here. Again, this is mostly just for SEO purposes. So I'll go find my, let's see where to go. There it is. We'll upload that in. Perfect. And then you can do the same thing with the favicon or favicon, however you pronounce that word. I'll select the same image. And then you are all done with this section. So we go find it. Perfect. And then you click save in the very bottom right here. And site info is updated. And so now we're going to click in the settings button here to go back. And then the final step is the app settings. So this is where you can, and it says it right here, you can customize what the app looks like if they were logging in from their phone. And so this is where you can name it. Whatever you want. Again, I'll call it a business demo membership. Memberships, and we'll call it demo memberships for short. And you can you can describe this however you want to describe it. I'm just going to use this same term here so we don't waste too much time. There we go. And then you can choose what your app icon is going to look like. And so again, I'm just going to use my logo for, I'm just going to do this first one too, but again, you just load in whatever you want for your, what you want the icon to look like. There we go. And then for the app colors, you can choose one of these color palettes here. And so I'm going to go ahead and choose this one actually here more matches the LeadDragon colors of blue and black. And so I'll go with that one. There we go. And then at that point, you're all set. And then you can enable it up here. And then you can click save. App settings updated. Great. And then you can click back. And so that is all that you need to do as far as the membership settings are concerned. So what we're going to be talking about next is that we are going to be going over a couple things. One is how we can sell this through a funnel. And another one is how we can build out workflows around this. And so as it stands already, just so you know, like right now, if I went to memberships and offers, like this one right here, this is technically live. I could click on it, I could preview it out, and you would see what it would look like. Also, if you want to get a link to just send to people so they can sign up, you can just click this get link button, and that would do the same thing. But here it is. And so you can see here, this is going to be the order form. This is what it would look like. So you don't have to create a funnel to sell this if you don't want to. However, you know, I think it's me personally, I almost always create funnels to sell any kind of membership products because you have more space, you can control it more, you can talk more about like what's inside of it, how it solves their problems, things like that. And so, but just so you know, this already is available once you've created the offer itself. But what we're going to do now, and also if you remember from the last video, I believe if you go to payments and then products, we've already created our membership product here, the Copywriting Hacks membership product. So that is done as well. So that's all you need to do to make before you sell a product through or before you sell a membership offer through a funnel, is you make sure you have the offer itself created and that it has the product inside of it. And that you have created also the actual buyable products here in payments. And then once that's done, then you can go to funnels and forms. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the funnel template library. I'm just gonna choose one of these templates that is in here. We will go ahead and go with, let's see, let's find a good one. We'll do this Turo course sales funnel. There we go, because that's kind of like, you know, you can use these membership areas for master classes like this. So this might be like the perfect template here. So here we go. We'll use this one. So the first thing you need to do is make sure there's a two-step order form within the funnel itself. Now, I'm not going to walk through like in this training video how to build funnels. That's going to be in a future training video or in a different training video. The most important thing is you want to make sure that you can see there is a two-step order form here. Now with the two-step order form, you can edit a lot of this. As far as if you click on the order form itself, you'll see that it brings up the settings on the left-hand side. If you go to advanced, then you can see, you know, you can edit the header here, the subheadline, where do we send login info, which that's actually sounds good for what we're doing, as well as step 2 in this order form. So if you click on step 2, you can edit all this information as well. And you can see here how it says dynamic item. That's because it's going to pull in whatever item we attach to this funnel. And we're going to attach the membership product or membership offer. So this actually all looks good. We don't really need to do any editing, but I just want to show you, you need to make sure that you have a order form. It doesn't have to be a 2-step. It can be a 1-step order form. The only difference between the two is that 2-step order form, they submit their contact info first and then click go to step 2, and then they submit their credit card information. Whereas a 1-step order form, they just do it all in one page. And so that's the only difference. All right, so I'll click save again, make sure it's saved. And then I'm gonna go ahead and click the back arrow once that's done saving. There it goes. All right, we'll give this just a second to load here, and then I'm gonna show you how to attach the actual product. All right, and we're back. So we're still in the funnel page. You want to make sure that now in this case, there's only one page or one step. And so that I have the right one selected. But if you're in your funnel, you want to make sure you have the page selected that has the order form in it. And then you're going to come over here next to overview, you're going to click on products. And with products, you're going to click the add product button here. And then you're going to search for a product. So I'm going to search for the Copywriting Hacks product. And I'm going to choose the price that I already had set for it. And you can see already has the product name. And that's really all you need to do. You can see here, if you click additional options, this would not really matter so much for a membership offer. And so you don't have to worry about any of the additional offers. And then we'll click save. There we go. So we have this now saved here. And so now what can happen is people can actually come to this sales page and you can sell your product through the sales page. or through the funnel. Now, what you need to do though, in order to make this really work, is that you need to build out workflows to go along with this. So that's what we're going to do next. But yeah, attaching, selling an offer through a funnel page is pretty simple. You just follow those steps that I just did and you're ready to go. So next step we're going to do is we're going to come over here to workflows. So here we are in the automations, and I know you probably have a bunch of pre-built out workflows, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this one from scratch so you can see exactly what steps need to be taken to be able to sell and automate the process of selling a membership offer through a funnel. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this button here, the create workflow button. I'm going to click start from scratch as the option, and then I'm going to click create new workflow. Perfect. And so I always name my workflows first. So in this case, it is going to be the what was it called? Copywriting hacks, offer purchased, grant access. So that's the primary thing we're doing here. Now you can do a bunch of other things with this if you want to. You can send internal notifications to you or your team. You can add them to a pipeline. You can have it automatically send them a text saying, hey, make sure to check your email. That's where the credentials were sent. Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, you can add all that here. But the primary thing we're going to be focusing on today is just when they purchase, we want to grant access. And so I'm going to click this button here. It says add new workflow trigger. And in this case, this is a contact action because it's the contact that is purchasing. That is what's triggering the actions. And so contact action, that's what we want. And in this case, it is order form submission. So we're going to click order form submission, and then we need to specify which funnel or website we're talking about. So we click add filters and wait for this to load for just a second. I'm going to say in funnel websites, and it was the, oh goodness, what was it called? I believe it was called it was like Toro, I think. Yeah, there we go. The Turo course sales funnel template. That's the one it was. And then we're going to say now there's only one page. If you want to specify the page, so you might have a funnel, in other words, that has multiple pages and each page is selling a different product. So if that's the case, then you need to specify which page. Now, in this case, there's only one page, so we don't need to do that. So we're just going to say submission type equals a sale. And the reason you want to do that is because you can see here, there's a submission type that is an opt-in here. And when it's a two-step order form, if they complete step one, where they put in their contact information, that's technically an opt-in for the submission type. But they might put in their credit, or they might put in their contact information and not finish paying. And you don't want this to grant access to someone that hasn't finished paying. So you want to make sure that the submission type is an actual sale. That's why we're specifying that there. And so we're going to say I know it's in the Turo sales funnel, but we're just going to say X purchase. So we'll call it, and we'll save that trigger. So here we go. So we have the trigger. That means anytime somebody purchases that product in that funnel, then it's going to enter them into this workflow. Now we get to determine what we want to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our first action, and we're going to scroll down to the CRM portion. This is everything internal that you want to happen versus up here, this is everything external. Obviously, that's why it says external communications. And so what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down. Actually, I'm sorry, not to the CRM. We're going to scroll down. We have it broken out into a separate section now. So into the membership actions. And what we're going to do is we are going to grant the offer. And then we are going to decide which offer is it that we want to grant access to when they purchase. In this case, we want to grant them access to copywriting hacks. And so we're going to specify that here as well, just because if you end up building, hundreds of workflows like I have, you always want to label everything so that when you come back months later, you don't have to click into every action and trigger and see, okay, what did this do again? I don't remember what this did. You can always just look at the title and know, oh, okay, that's what's happening. There we go. And then we save it, always save twice. You save once after you create the action or the trigger, and then save again overall in the top right here. So really, this is all that you need to happen in order to automate the process of somebody purchasing and then you granting access to your membership offer. Somebody purchasing in a funnel and you granting access. Because if you remember, as soon as they get access, we have it built out in the membership settings that it's going to automatically send the welcome email that has their credentials, the login link, all that kind of stuff. So that's all going to happen as soon as you grant them access. So this is all you need to do. Now, you might want to do a couple other things. Maybe you want to say, maybe you want to add a tag, right? And you could say hacks purchased as a tag. And so we'll click add new tag there. I'm going to shorten it up here because I don't think I have enough. You can only have so many characters in the action name. I don't think there'd be enough to fully type that out. So there we go. So we'll add a tag. You can send an internal notification if you want to. You can send a text message to that contact. So we can do that as well. So we can say send SMS. And we say, hi, contact first name. So the copywriting hacks course, please, for your login credentials and more information. There we go. And you can go in and add your, if you have a user signature, you can add that in, or you can add, whatever you want, or you can just say, I'll say demo account. There you go. And so check email or credentials. Perfect. So there you go. So you can build out as, whatever kind of automations you want to do here. You can build that out and then click save. And then as well, I know there's some use cases where I've seen it, people build it out before where maybe they have a webinar, right? And maybe in this webinar, they afterwards, they send out a replay of the webinar, because they're trying to sell, whatever their upsell or whatever it was in the webinar. So they send out a replay for 7 days or so. But they want to then remove access after 7 days. And so maybe there's a situation where you want to add people. And so what they'll do is they'll actually load their video their replay into a membership area. They'll make it free, and then they'll grant access to people. And so the trigger might be, they might like tag people in their contact profiles, or they might just manually add them to a workflow instead of having it be that they pay. And then when they add them to the workflow, it automatically grants them access to the course. But then after a certain amount of time, they want to remove them from the workflow because they only want to make the replay available for 7 days or something like that. So if that was the case, you could do something like this where you add a wait. Oops. We'll click the plus button here. You scroll down to the very bottom, add a wait, and we could say, we're going to wait 7 days in this case. That's what I've been. Oops, I had caps locks on. 7 days. So time delay is what we want. And so we'll say 7. We'll change this to days. There we go. So maybe we wait 7 days, and then after 7 days, we revoke access to copywriting hacks so that they only have access to that replay video for a certain amount of time, and then it revokes access and they can't watch the video anymore. So I've seen people do that. So that's one of the use cases here. There's a bunch of others, but I just want to show how you could build something like that out. You could also do it to where maybe somebody cancels with you, right? And so you put a tag that says canceled on their contact profile, and that trigger, that could be a trigger for a workflow that revokes their access as well. That's another use case. So there's a bunch of different ways you can use that, but I just wanted to show you the 2 different automations that you can use specifically for the membership area. So it's pretty neat, the things that you can do. And so I'm gonna go ahead and click save here and click back to workflows. But that's that's as far as the workflows for granting and revoking access to the membership offers. They're not too complicated. They're pretty easy. But they're super helpful because you don't have to go manually do it yourself. So that is how you can sell an offer through a funnel and form or through a funnel, and then automatically grant access to a membership offer for a contact whenever they purchase. Another thing I want to show you is how to manually just give access to someone. So let's say you're talking to someone and you're like, you know what, don't worry about the price. I'm just going to give you access to my offer, to my membership, product, whatever it is. I want you to check it out. And so you don't want them to have to purchase it. You just want to give them access. And so we can go over that real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to contacts right underneath calendars. And right now I don't have any contacts. I'm just going to manually add myself in as a contact. And then I'm going to put a real email because I want to be able to log in and show you what it looks like. I'll put a fake phone number though. There we go. And so that's good. That's all we need to do for this. Click save. All right, so here's my contact profile. So what you would do if you wanted to manually grant access to a membership offer to one of your contacts is what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down here. And we are going to keep scrolling down. You can see right here where it says offers. So that's your membership offers that you have. And so what I can do is I can click this and I can say copywriting hacks. And there we go. And so you can see now this is loading here and there we go. And here is my email that I built out in the last course. And you can see it sent me credentials to log in to the membership area. So what I'm going to do is and here's the link. Now I'm not going to actually log. I don't have to actually log in my email because I can see it all here. So I'm just going to copy this. And I'm actually going to open this up in incognito mode so I can show you what this is going to look like. Oops. Give me just a second, opening up an incognito window here. All right, here we go. So I'm going to paste that link here. It still remembered me. Hang on just a second. Let me log out. There we go. All right. So this is what it would look like to log in. And so let me, I know my email here. So I'm going to put that in. And then let me grab this password that it generated for me. So I'll also show you, because you might have people who, after they enter the course, want to change their password. So I'll put that in there, click sign in. There we go. So now I'm signed in and you can see I have access to the demo product. Hooray. And it has all of my stuff on it. You can see it has my favicon, all that's working. And if I click into this, you can see here's my demo product. Again, don't take design tips from me, that's for sure. But you can see it's all working the way it should. I can click in here, see all the different stuff. So this is what it's going to look like, by the way, for like your contacts, your users after they purchase. And so it's always a good idea to create a test contact for yourself, just like I did. Grant yourself access to it. Because I know you can do the preview link and you can go through it that way, but sometimes it's best to just like actually log in as if you were someone who just purchased it and go through and make sure it all looks the way it's supposed to look. That's just a pro tip and what I recommend. And so you can see, you can go to the next category, bonus hacks, all that kind of stuff. All right. And then you can always click in the top left, your logo to get back here. Now I can also come back here and I can click on my profile and I can go to settings. And within the settings, you can see here, this is my information. And I can go to password and I can change my password. So I'm gonna go ahead and paste in the current password because I still have it copied. So I'm gonna paste that in and I can come up with, whatever new password I want. Just like that, and then click update. So if you ever have any of your clients, people who have purchased your membership offer from you, and they are saying, hey, can I change my password? You can say, yes, absolutely. Just log in with the password that was given to you, and then go up into the top right, click on your avatar, your little person icon here, and then go right underneath profile to password, put in your current password, and then you can put in a new password, and then you verify that new password and click update. That's it. And you can also check the purchase history as well to see, they can always come to check to see which products they purchased from you, because you might end up creating dozens of different offers that you sell people. And you might have some of your clients who purchase multiple of your offers. That's the hope, right? And so they can always come here to see their purchase history, to see all the different stuff they have. They can also click on my library again to get just back to the main all courses. So that is what it looks like from the user or your client's point of view. And that's how you can get them to change their emails and things like that. And really, that about covers everything for the membership area. Hope this has been helpful, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care.